Good morning, my name is Helen Jennings. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based here in the UK. And we've come on to do a little bit of crafting with you this morning. And we're going to be concentrating on a little bit of a slightly more simpler crafting theme today. No uses of any dies or anything for a challenge that's coming up. So let me share some of my screens and introduce myself a bit more, and then we can get stuck in to creating some hopefully lovely Christmas cards. So this is me. This is my website, www.loveaduckie.co.uk, and over there on my website you can find all sorts of things. You can find my blog posts with lots of inspiration. There'll be a few Halloween cards going up on there, and one lot went out yesterday, and another going up today. Morning, Jackie. As well as Christmas cards, birthday cards, cards for all sorts of occasions and all sorts of inspiration. So do go and check out my blog, and also head over there to check out any classes and things if you're here in the UK or sort of near and roundabout Ireland, Europe. Do go and head over and check out that and see what classes and things are coming up. Find out about joining my team. There is a Stampin' Up promotion on in a minute. We'll look at that in a moment. You'll find links to my shop, all sorts of things. Everything that you need, you'll find over on my website. So do go and head over there. And wherever you're looking for me on social media, whether it's Pinterest, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, you'll find me under Love-a-Duckie. So go and hunt out Love-a-Duckie and find me in all those sorts of places, and follow, join, like, all of those sorts of things, so that you can be kept aware of all the things that are going on in the Love-a-Duckie world. So that starter kit promotion from the 4th to the 31st of October, if you join the Stampin' Up family. And yes, if you are in Ireland or if you are in Belgium, you can now join the Stampin' Up family, and you can do so at the moment for your £99 or €129 would normally get you £154, would normally get you £130 or €175 worth of goodies. But for this month of October, you get extra goodies. You get an extra £24 and a whole extra, what is it, 32 euros, which is the equivalent of about a decent sized stamp set that you will get extra in your starter kit. And that's all of your choice. You don't get, that's not prescribed. Nobody tells you which stamp sets you've got to have, which dies you've got to have, which inks you've got to have. That's entirely up to you. That depends what's on your wish list. And if you don't have catalogues, then do also get in touch and we can sort that out for you. You will find a request a catalogue form on my website. The only other thing I'm going to sort of highlight this morning, so you can find all my upcoming classes and things on my website, but the Boughs of Holly Stamp Camp is creeping up, and if you would like to be a part of that, we probably just about do have time to get you the Boughs of Holly suite. So all you need to do is order the Boughs of Holly suite from me or one of the other participating demonstrators, and you could automatically be added in to that Stamp Camp Facebook group. So you will get 13 projects and the cardstock and everything, the make and take stuff to make those 13 projects with written instructions and video instructions. And then in the Facebook group, there will be a whole load of other videos with a whole load more inspiration for things to do with that gorgeous, gorgeous suite. And we are actually going to be using some of those stamps this morning. So if you do want to join us for the Boughs of Holly Stamp Camp, say entry into that is just by purchasing the suite, and then everything else comes along as a result of that. So it is incredibly good value. 26 projects you will have the instructions to make with that gorgeous suite of products. So let's come back up here. And as I say, we're going to be looking today at a bit of a challenge. We've got a sketch challenge. So I've got the sketch and I've got the papers and things that we're going to be having a play with. Everything else, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens from there. So let's bring in my downward facing camera. And the papers I've got here are these Celebrate Everything 12 by 12 papers. Now you're going to find these right at the back of the catalogue. Last page, last inside covers, you'll find the host sets for this catalogue. And the host sets, traditionally, it's if you were to have a traditional style party where you invited friends and, you know, I came and did a bit of a demonstration and your friends bought things from you, and your sales were a certain amount, you get free products. That still counts. You can still do that. They are still very valid. I can still come out and do that for you. But actually, if any sales trigger this host rewards, then you are entitled to choose these hostess projects in the back. And in this Christmas catalogue, there's two. There's this little caroling mice set, which is gorgeous, and there's this bumper pack of DSP, and it's the bumper pack of DSP that we're going to be playing with today. So there's lots of Christmas images in there, as well as fireworks and Halloween and all sorts of things. So we're going to have a bit of a play with that. So your order has to be £150 to trigger getting host rewards. So that could be you, as I say, but that could be that you've hosted a party or hosted an event and you've had that much worth of sales. So at £150, you would get 10% in stamping rewards. So £150, you'd get £15 to spend in the catalogue. This particular pack of paper, you get 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper in there. It is a really big bumper pack. And the hostess price is £16.50. So in order to be able to buy that, you would need an order of £165. As I say, that doesn't have to be you on your own. That could be a collection of friends buying things. You could be buying kits for everybody for Christmas. Anything like that that triggers that amount of sales would enable you to get your hands on this paper. So let's have a little look at it. Obviously, while I'm reaching for this paper, if you do want to hold any sort of an event, whether in person, online, you know, in the office with the girls at lunchtime, an evening with a bottle of Prosecco, any of those things, do get in touch and we will see fundraisers for schools or charities. Do get in touch and we can see what we can do. I'm just flicking through this paper. You can see you've got these fabulous backgrounds, but then you've got things like Christmassy images, baubles, lots of little bows on there. This is rather nice with these wavy clouds. They're not really clouds, but they could be. We've got black and white there for fireworks, as well as coloured fireworks, stars, swirls, a bit of a wood grain, stripes, dots, lots and lots of fabulous papers. So it's a really good paper pack. So it is 12 by 12 and you do get 48 sheets. So, yeah, rather fabulous. Here I've got a little 6 by 6 square of each of those patterns. So red stripe, stars, checks, pumpkins and ghosts. A sort of circular pattern, this wavy pattern, lots of triangles, bows, sweets and holly and gingerbread men, Christmas trees, crosses, twirls, and then if we turn it round, of course it's double-sided. We've got stripes, we've got leaves, got dashes, sort of pinky snowflakes, baubles, fireworks, more fireworks, zigzags, stripes, wood grain, checks, and spots. Fabulous papers. I'm going to take these ones off the top because these are the ones I think we are going to be using today. And here is our sketch challenge that we're going to be playing with now. As I say, the idea of this is it's going to be a simple cards, no die cutting, no dies, no die cutting. So it's just stamps. We can use punches. yeah, paper, ink, whatever we like, but we're going to create something along the lines of this sketch. Of course, with sketch challenges, there's absolutely no reason why you can't turn them round and have them going the other way. That's perfectly okay. We could change this into a square card. You can do all of those sorts of things with it. With sketches, they're not 100% prescriptive. It is just about using it as a bit of inspiration. So I picked out to start with these 3 papers. So we've got this shaded spruce swirls in the background. We've got this granny apple green with the crosses on, and we've got this black and white Christmas trees. And I've also got here some shaded spruce card to make a card base. I haven't actually bought my trimmer. Let me grab that. We might need that. So let's with this one. Let's cut this piece of shaded spruce right down the middle, long ways this way, at 10.5 centimetres. Do a bit of a variation in card styles, and this one we're going to score at 14.9. We're going to have a top opening, tent fold, however you like to describe those, card base. Obviously, if you're in imperial, that would be different sizes. That would be it would be 8.5, 4.25 wide all the way down, scored at 5.5. There we are. That tested my brain there for a minute, didn't it? Now, shall we have this going this way? Shall we have this one going this way? I think we'll have this one going this way. So we're going to have it like that. Or like that. Makes no odds. It's the same whichever way. I'm going to take a piece of the Granny Apple Green card, and I'm going to cut that at 10 centimetres by 14.4. So that would be 5.25 by 4 inches. The mat sizes are the same whichever way you have your card going. Now I'm going to cut a piece of this tree paper to create a front panel just there. So I'm thinking I'm going to make that 8 centimetres wide, I think, by 6, or do we want to go 7? Let's go 7. We've got that 8 by 7. Come on the front here. And then I'm going to cut a couple of panels of this. I'm going to cut it at, I think, 5 centimetres, going all the way across. And then we'll have 2 pieces that are let's go 7 centimetres. Obviously, I'm making this up as I go along. You could do likewise. I think they might. Do they want to be a bit narrower? Or are we going to leave them at that? I think I might leave them at that. So there we go. We've got our basic layout, looking very similar to our layout just there. So at this moment, all we have done is cut card and paper. We've done nothing particularly fancy at all. I've also got here some shaded spruce and Granny Apple Green stamping blends. I thought we'd do a little bit of colouring. Now, I'm not necessarily going to do shading, but I probably will use both shades just to get some variation of colour in our trees. but only using the colours that are in the paper. So let's do this one with dark granny apple green, and let's do this other big one with dark shaded spruce. Come in with some, this is the pale shaded spruce. Let's have the pale light granny apple green. Right, come in with light granny apple green with this sort of crisscrossy one just here. And let's come in, I think, with dark granny apple green up here. I think I'll do the trunk in the same colour. I'm going to come in with dark shaded spruce down this corner, and I think the light shaded spruce here. To have I think there's a dark shaded spruce up here as well. That's just added some green to those different colours. Grabbing. Some daffodil delight here, and let's add a bit of yellow to some of these stars. So really sort of nice sketchy paper. I think that's a star just there. Oh, and there's one just there, and there's a little bit of one just there. So that's just added some colour to that paper. So we've simply coloured that in. Actually, get myself. Now we cut this to 8 by 7. I'm going to cut a piece of this. I just want a really thin border. I'm going to make it 7.3 by 8.3. Just to give that a little bit of a narrow border to pop off of the back there. That's looking quite fun. Right, in here somewhere I have got the Leaves of Holly Christmas stamp set. So we're not using any dies, we've just got our set there. So we could have a Christmas wishes, could have from our home to your home to yours, season's greetings. Might go Christmas wishes actually. Let's find ourselves a block. Oh, Diane. Oh, needs to go slightly bigger than that one. We've gone with one of the long blocks. Christmas wishes. And I've got some shaded spruce. Look. Let's cut that. How would we like that to come? I'm going to cut it straight across there, and we'll have it coming down at a bit of an angle there. This little piece of card I have here is big enough. Look at that result. While I grab my other glue from my other desk. That one's not playing nicely. Now, not planning on leaving this ribbon this colour. I'm planning on having a bit of a play with it, but I think we'll take a bit of this ribbon. So this is the metallic edged cotton ribbon. It's got this nice silver edge on it. And let us come in with, I think, the Granny Apple Green. And Granny Apple Green blend. Granny Apple Green is next on the list to be replaced. And also do this with your ink pads, or just a re-inker. You need to turn it over, and this is quite a thick ribbon, so it also needs doing on both sides. So it's always worth remembering your sort of white ribbons are always worth keeping in stock, because even if you don't want them as white, you can colour them. So they are a good all-rounder. It means that it gives you ribbons of every colour. There we go. Got a nice bit of granny apple green ribbon now. So let's start building some of this up, sticking things in place. So let's put our that lovely autumn leaves in the back of there. Let's stick our granny apple green paper, and this has sort of got quite a textured look to it. It almost looks knitted. You can pick that up, sort of like a piece of woven fabric. And stick this on here. And look where our pens have come through. We'll have this one about there, and this one, we'll make sure our loops are going the right way. About there. And to stick this flat because I am putting this ribbon in, so that's going to give it a bit of height. So if we have any hope of getting this in the post, sorry, wobbling you, we need to cut this one down a bit. Let's just trim those ends off a little bit. The tape seems to have gone walkabout. That's okay. I'm going to put a bit of Stampin' Seal Plus on the back of there. And let's give that a bit of a wiggle. Let's come in. Have a dimensional inch side of that ribbon on the back. We'll have that come in there. And the other thing I had picked up somewhere says hopefully some of the little sparkle and shine sequins. There's some quite nice little sort of silvery ones in here. Let's just add some of those in. I take a pick tool. Got more than I bargained for there. Just pick a few out. That's what we're looking for. These little silver ones. So just pick up that silver in the ribbon. Got one just here that's flicked over. Perfect. Let's pop you on there. That just adds a bit more shine to the front of that card. Is that all of those back? Yes, let's pop the lid on. So there's one little card featuring our sketch challenge. Our sketch challenge going that way. Cute. So that's literally colouring in a bit of paper and added a stamped greeting. So and coloured a bit of ribbon. nice and easy, nice and simple. We will actually need to put in a little bit of an insert in there. Some white card here. Let's cut that and do that, because to do that we can just add a bit more of that paper on the inside to decorate it. So let's make this 13.9 by 9.5, and I'm going to cut 2 of these while I'm at it, because I suspect our other card will need an insert as well. So let's do that. What shall we have? A bit of swirly paper. Let's cut that to, I think, about 1.5 centimetres, about 3/4 of an inch. And we could have it coming right down the side. We could have it coming across the bottom. I think we'll just have a piece coming across the bottom. Like that. Just a bit of a flash of the paper to bring the outside inside. Just like that. Stamps, ink, paper, and a bit of ribbon and some sequins. So there's one little card. So let's have a look at another, and this time let's come this way. And this time I'm going to choose, I think, this nice paper with bows on, and then this paper here that has got all of these little bits of holly and sweets and gingerbread men. And this time we'll do our card the other way. So with the last one, we cut it at 10.5 centimetres or 4.25 inches and scored at 5.5. With this one, we're going to cut it at 14.9 or 5.5 if you're imperial, and we're going to score it at 10.5 or 4.25 if you're imperial. And I'm going to take some of this. Let me think. I'm going to cut a piece of whisper white, not whisper white, basic white. It's a little while since I've done that. I'm going to cut this at 8 by 7. That's quite a nice matte size for our front. Now I'm going to decide if I want that paper in the background with this as my flashes, or that paper in the background with this. I think that way it's quite fun. So let's cut a piece of this paper here, and we'll make this 10 by 14.4. Five and a quarter by 4. And go on there. And this one we'll do at 5 by 7. So I'm keeping these measurements the same as I did on the other one. This time we want it coming this way. Like that. And we're going to do some stamping on here. So let me move this card base to one side for now, and I'm going to bring in this holly. While I rummage just a minute to find my, hopefully find, the Granny Apple Green stamp pad. We've got Granny Apple Green, and we've got Shaded Spruce, and we have the Parade, and we have some holly leaves and berries. Move that challenge piece out of the way. And let's bring in, I think I'm going to bring in the smaller holly leaves. So there is a one with detail. So this sort of one here, more white space in it, and then this background one. So I'm going to take the backgroundy one first. And Granny Apple Green. It's quite a big stamp, so let's bring in our stamp pad. Oh, it's raining. And let's stamp in some holly leaves. I'll decide whether I need more in a minute. I'm then going to come in with the other stamp. Let's just pop that one to one side for a minute. I'll clean it up in a second. And Shaded Spruce. And we'll come in over the top. Some two-step stamping. Like that. Let's find these holly berries. And again, with the two-step stamping, you've got the solid background, this, and then the more detailed bits on the top. Now this time I don't think I'm going to stamp it off because I want them to be quite bright, and the second layer will automatically be darker than the first. Let's bring in our holly berries there. It's a beautiful stamp set. And let's bring in two-step stamping. Always brings such great detail, obviously. Right, let's bring in the rest of our card. Let's just shut down some of these ink pads. We don't rest our card in them. Let's fold this and get a better view then. Our paper there that's got these Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce holly berries, holly leaves on there. So we have stuck to that colour palette. Now, I think this one, you just find a little piece of black card, I think, to go behind that, to frame that. And again, we'll go 8.3 by 7.3. So it would be 1/8 of an inch rather than 1/4 of an inch for and that's just going to make that addition of that black will make that pop off that background a little bit. And then from our home to yours, to friends near and far, I've got peace and joy. Might go for those actually. We've got joy, we've got peace, and we've got and. So let's actually let me get a long stamp. Let's get this one. I've got a nice piece of basic white card here that they will fit along. We'll have peace. I'm going to cut them apart. So I just need them to be spread out on that piece of card to enable me to do that. So I think that will work quite nicely. Ink that up. Across the top and bottom of this one piece. Then we just need a little ampersand for an and. Excellent. So let's get ready to stick that together. Right, I'm just thinking to myself, what do I want to add into there? Ways of embellishments and things, but for now, let us just stick these down. I'll have this one down here. This one to make it about the same at the top, about there. Just pop our holly berries And then I think we'll come in and here they are. We'll have some dimensionals, and I think we'll raise this bit up. Like that. Let's have piece. Let's have joy and. Just grabbing the embellishments. What would we like? Some elegant faceted gems. Some of those clear ones would be quite nice. And I think we'll just have. Where did you go? You dropped somewhere, but I don't know where. We'll just have a little bit of sparkle going on these side pieces just here. Oh, there you are. I can see you now. You rolled straight off and you're on the paper. And somewhere we have our insert to come inside. So I think we'll take the red bow paper. Again, let's cut ourselves a piece about 1.5 centimeters wide. And we'll just pop that along the bottom here. And we'll pop that inside there. So we've taken our card challenge. Let's just move some of these bits out of the way. We've taken one pack of paper, which is that gorgeous pack that you can get as a hostess set. And we've used 5 different papers out of there. Yes, because this was a paper as well. And we've taken our sketch challenge. We've done one sort of that way. That should have probably been, we've even changed that look. So we should have had these papers to be like the sketch challenge. They should have been coming here and here, but we've changed those round, and that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. So we've taken our sketch challenge. We've created 2 cards. We've added papers to our inserts so that the inside matches the outside. We've had 1 card piece that's cut that way. We've had 1 card piece that's cut that way. We've done some stamping, we've done some colouring, we've added embellishments, but we've created 2 really quite pretty little cards from one sketch challenge. Challenges are if you like them, and not everybody likes them, but if you like a sketch challenge, they can be quite a good starting point for your creativity, and where you're going to go with it and what you're going to use. So let us back up here. Here we are. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed those two little cards, those two little projects. And as we head into the weekend, I hope you all have a really, really lovely weekend. And I will be back on Monday, and we're going to be doing some more Christmas cards on Monday. We really are getting into the season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. So with a fa la 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 la, I will head off and get on with some more jobs on my to-do list, but have a fabulous weekend, and I will be back and see you all on Monday.